Hey, what up? I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this video. This being a health and fitness channel, I like to promote, positive energy and try to provide good health and fitness advice. But sometimes when those things are on your mind, you just have to get it off your chest. And this is in regards to, if you haven't heard the story, it happened a few days ago or over the weekend. The lady from Australia, Justine uh, Demond. She was going to be married to her husband in a month or so, which is so tragic. Justine Demond, over the weekend, she had reported a potential rape, like in her apartment complex or something. She wasn't sure if it was a rape. She had thought that she had heard some lady yell help, so she wasn't 100% sure. So, as a good civilian, good citizen, she called 911 at around, I think it was like 11:35 p.m. last Saturday, and 8 minutes go by, and she calls 911 dispatch again. She says, "Where are you guys? I haven't seen you. I haven't seen any officers." She's very concerned, and the dispatcher says they're on the way. Eventually, they do come, and this is where just crap hits the fan. This lady, she's a yoga instructor, soon to be married next month, 40 years old, doesn't have any criminal record. Doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. This situation is just totally heinous. It doesn't matter. But anyway, um, the cops arrive, and she gets out of her apartment to approach the officers. I think she wanted to just tell them what was going on. And she's in her pajamas, and she approaches the driver's side. So I'm in the driver's side right now. So there's two officers. The guy in the driver's side, his last name is Harity. He's an officer. And then the other one on the passenger side right here is Mohammend Noor. And both these cops, from what I've heard, they have like less than 2 years experience, and they're patrolling together. There's a lot to talk about, but the stupid policies that a lot of these police departments have, we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, they both don't have much experience, obviously, because they can't handle any type of situation. Anyway, she approaches the driver's side where Harity is, and he probably rolls down his window. And according to Harity, which we'll see what happens, because coincidentally, the dash cam wasn't on. It's supposed to be on, and their body cams are supposed to be on, and they weren't on. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. They're probably trying to cover their tracks. That should be an infraction regardless. But anyway, rolls down the window, and according to Harity, the one on the driver's side, he says that he hears a loud noise or something, some type of bang. I call BS on that. I'm not sure, but regardless, let's say it was true. He hears a bang according to Harity, and Justine's right here on the driver's side, and Mohammend Noor in the passenger side. He pulls his gun out and he shoots across from his officer partner over here, shoots her right in the abdomen, and they perform CPR. They call ambulance, and she's pronounced dead, just like that. You know, it really, like, police. There's a lot of things that bother me. Police brutality, and just people not, need to be properly trained. There's a lot of things that need to happen. But if you're a police officer and you can't handle a lady in her pajamas coming out, and you feel like that's a threat, and you get startled, let's say you hear like a firecracker or something, you don't just pull out your weapon and you go shooting. You just don't. What if Justine coming out was the rape victim? What if she was the one going towards the passenger? Well, she was, but let's say she was the rape. But let's say the rape victim came by, and then there was a loud noise according to Harity, and then you just shot the rape victim. What in the hell are you thinking? And this Noor guy, Mohammend Noor guy, that hopefully gets convicted, he had 2 or 3 infractions in less than 21 months on the force. He was already had infractions. All right. So obviously this is not the job for him. He probably has never been into a fight in his life. And you give these types of people a freaking gun. And the other thing I hate is a lot of these police officers, they put a gun in your face, right? And then they say, why are you acting nervous? Why are you acting nervous? Well, you got a damn gun to someone's head. And you're getting it. You have an itchy trigger finger. Oh, well, I think I'm nervous because if I even scratch my eye, I'm going to get freaking shot and killed for nothing. All right? So they expect us as civilians to be calm. But God forbid I even have my hands up or something and any type of movement, and then you're going to get shot. Just the other day on the local news, you probably haven't heard because it's all just a locally, a lady, I don't know how long ago it happened, she was mentally, handicapped, not sure exactly her diagnosis, and she had a bat. Old lady, like in her 80s. And what does the officer do? He can't handle a senior citizen with a mental problem, with a bat, pulls out a gun, shoots her, kills her. This is just really tragic. And the other thing that really bothers me is what's with the internal investigation amongst themselves. There should be an outside investigation. You can't investigate within your own scope. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's like being in the medical, I'm in the medical field. It's like being in the medical field and you have a bunch of surgeons and then something happens and then the people, the higher ups that are buddy with the surgeon, some type of organization says, oh, we're going to investigate. Let's go find out. Don't you think they're going to try to cover their tracks? That's exactly what they do. They cover for each other. They cover for each other. Does that make logical sense? Something happens, we're going to investigate. We're going to investigate. You're protecting your own people, the police department. And I forgot to say at the beginning of this video isn't to bash all police officers. I should have said that at the beginning, but I'm just so fed up. To the good police officers that know what they're doing and are really there to serve and protect, I 100% commend you. But other than that, the whole argument of, well, you've never been in their position. You've never been in their position. It doesn't matter. That doesn't give them the right to pull out the gun every time. It doesn't. You're here to serve and to protect. And one stupid freaking argument that I can't stand is some of the people say, well, as an officer, my number one priority is to make sure I come home to my family and kids. No, your priority is to serve the community. Okay, you want to go home to your family and your kids as a police officer. That's fine. But so do we. So does, citizens. Why has it gotten to that point? You're supposed to have a good relationship between the cops, but now when you call the cops, you don't even know what's going to happen. This poor lady, was trying to help the situation. All right? She's trying to help. People in Australia, are outraged too. They're like, this would not have happened in Australia. I'm 100% Korean, but I was born in America. I'm an American citizen. It makes me sick, man, that they have to always pull out the guns. All the time, just pull out the guns. So the Justine's family, they just hired an attorney, the same attorney that defended Castile. You haven't followed that case. I don't want to make this video too long, but he's the one that also in Minnesota, he went to reach for his license and registration, and then the guy just shot him, and he got acquitted. It's like these officers, if the legal system doesn't correct this, then they have no reason not to have an itchy trigger finger. They don't, because why? Oh, I gotta watch out. I'm gonna shoot you, and then I'm gonna get off anyway. There's no incentive. There needs to be better training, better evaluation, psychological evaluation. Why do you want to become a cop? Are you one of those guys that just been bullied your whole life? You're a damn freaking loser, and then you have this power trip. I've been around cops like that. You know, I used to drive my dad's, you know, durable car, but it was kind of ghetto, and I got pulled over multiple times. They had no intent. They had maybe do a breathalyzer, all this crap, and I'm not the only one. My brother-in-law's had a problem with it. We're all, I would consider, you know, middle class, upper middle class, successful people. I've had instances with cops. My brother-in-law didn't even drink an ounce, not even a drop of beer, and he accidentally just at 0.1 mile an hour hits a little cone by accident. Next thing you know, there's freaking 5 cops because my brother-in-law is Hispanic. You gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. Unwarranted searches. You gotta have reason to search someone. You have to have reason to search. You don't smell any alcohol on my breath. You don't smell any weed, no drugs. I'm not acting paranoid. I'm not shifty. But you want to search my car. You don't have that right to search my car. It's absolute BS, man. Sorry, I'm going off on a freaking rant, but I just can't take it anymore if you made it this far. So I really hope they bring justice for Justine, because this is really, all these cases just piss me off. And I know officers do have a hard job, but something fundamentally needs to change. It does. And who knows, I don't know. I've been telling my wife that my next calling, who knows in the future, that, you know, change.org, you know, start at the local level, the city level, and I'm going to have my voice heard one way or another. I don't know how far it's going to get, but, you know, we'll see. And years from now, who knows, if this channel gets even bigger, I'm going to use this as a platform. And that's another thing. A lot of these like celebrities that are just sitting back, you know, not saying anything. I believe athletes, they should be standing up for, you know, what's been going on. They should be, but they're too comfortable. They have these contracts, contractual agreements with their endorsements. They don't want to lose their endorsements. God forbid, they already have $50 million. Oh, but I can't lose the Nike contract. I don't want to speak up. Tiger Woods didn't speak up for nothing, you know. Jim Brown did back in the day. He still does. Certain guys that actually have some freaking balls, some cojones to say something. But no, they're just sitting there, you know, with the million. Like, I say this to my wife, it's like, some of these like celebrities, people that have a lot of money, they have so much influence. And if they would speak up more, it would make a big difference. It really, really would. Imagine if, like, because people look up to celebrities, movie stars, and that's fine. I don't put them on a pedestal. But if those people, somebody like Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, those, you know, those household names, Julia Roberts, if they stood up and just were outraged and they all came together, it would put a lot of pressure on the police department and in general, and it would probably reach the federal level, you know. It won't be easy to change the laws, but just putting that added pressure. But if it's coming just from civilians, everyday people like you and I, unfortunately, it just goes on deaf ears. So you got that star power, you know. I hope that someone would actually speak up. And unfortunately, I don't want it to happen to anyone, but it has to get to that point where a celebrity's family member, it happens to them. And it probably will eventually. Maybe, maybe not. But it's going to happen to someone. And I don't want it to happen to someone, but if it happens to someone relatively famous, I really hope that person uses their popularity and their platform to go on multiple TV shows, go on late night shows, wherever, CNN, all that, you know, no matter what end of the spectrum you fall politically. I'm just really fed up. It's like, should you even call the cops now? Should you really call the cops now? God forbid I call the cops and they don't know it's me and they're gonna freaking shoot me. Why the hell am I calling the cops? And a lot of times when you call the cops anyway, it's usually after the fact. So maybe you should just have a gun on yourself and take care of the problem. And this is not discrediting cops. We need cops. We do 100% need them. They do a tough job. But the ones that are weak, the weakest link, they need to be weeded out. They need to be weeded out quickly. I'd rather have 5 competent cops than 15 stupid asses. 15 freaking, you might as well get the freaking Three Stooges. Get the Three Stooges out to the next call. They're gonna do a better job than these freaking clowns. Give me 2 good cops. I'll take the 2 good cops over the 15 freaking incompetent wimps. It's going too long, guys. I'm sorry. If you made it this far, it just really makes my blood boil. Just, everyone, I'm gonna end this video now. Just stay safe, please. Not trying to get everyone paranoid, but stay safe. Even if you do call the cops, call them. But just keep a close eye out on your surroundings. Everything around you. Right when the cops come, don't just say, "Oh, it's fine, I'm gonna talk to them." No, you see a cop, especially they look like a rookie and they're like they look young. I don't want to pigeonhole, police officers, but they look a little shaky and they look like they're already going for their, for their harness, for their gun, the holster. Then you might want to just slow it down and just have to calm them down, unfortunately, because obviously they're already on guard. Let me know if you have any crazy experiences like that. I'll be back to the health and fitness videos, but that's it, guys. Bye.